There are always 3 speeches for every one speech you actually gave. Confused? The one you practiced, the one you gave, and the one you wish you gave, said the Dale Carnegie. More so, when one of the crown jewels of the Toastmaster is that title of International Speech Contest is the issue. And as our club contest is soon set to begin, all the qualified speakers would be sharpening their knives in order to master the art in the contest. What will be the better time than now to hear from experts how to make these 3 speeches as same as possible? So today we have with us a cost accountant and a law graduate who began his Toastmaster journey from Jubail, Saudi Arabia 2 decades ago. He then moved to Muscat, Oman, and now he had dual membership with Thane Toastmasters as well as Ghodbandar Toastmasters. As a veteran Toastmaster, he believes that participating and doing our best in this contest is the path for the personal development. So today he will break down the art of delivering the perfect speech. It will be insightful session for contestants as well as those joined recently to understand the rules of the contest and aspire to be the contestant in the forthcoming contest. So please join me in welcoming Grandmaster N.S. Ramanathan. And just request, as he is with us till 6:30, I'll invite all guests at the end of the session. So over to you, Mr. Ramanathan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Sajana Tams, I would like to unmute everybody so that we can have an interactive session in the beginning.
Sure. Everyone can do their can do that.
They can unmute themselves. Okay. Good. You can put the slide also side by side. Good. Audio check, video check. All right, Sajana Tams?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. We are today going to have my own experience, my own viewpoints on the international speech contest. As we call it as a bioscope. This is the word we have created for it. How many of you have participated in an international speech contest? Can you please put a thumbs up or raise your hands? So only 1 or 2, okay. Out of the 13 people present, 3, okay. That's it. Only 3 of you. That's it. So that means it is a new venture for many of you. What is the difference between international speech contest and the other contests? What do you think? Can you tell me, Toastmaster Sudha?
Well, it has a certain format. Guidelines are there, so generally, it's more stringent on those format and guidelines. And yes, it's more competitive, and the creme comes there. So it needs to be up the quality and delivery standards.
That's it. Thank you. What do you say, Toastmaster Angit?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, one difference which I feel is specific for international speech contest is that this is the only contest which leads to the international level. If I may be wrong, but this is one such speech which can lead you beyond the division or district level as well. That is one difference. And the second, I think, is that in the rest of the contest, whereas in humorous, you are only focused on one entity of your part, that is the humor. But when it comes to international speech contest, you are tested on everything, whether it's your grammar, your vocal variety, how your body speaks, and as well as the content delivery, and yes, a bit of humor as well. So I would say that A to Z of what we used to have the CC manual. So like project 1 to project 10, you have to infuse everything in that 7 minutes. So these are two differences which I feel that why ISC is different from other content.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. Now, let us understand that international speech contest is generally supposed to be giving a message to carry home, which is not required when you are having a humorous speech contest or a tabletop speech contest. And in the case of evaluation, you are not going to give a message to carry home. You are going to analyze a speech delivered by the target speaker. So this is the basic difference that we have to understand. We have to create a certain message to be carried home. Whatever can be the message, that is not a problem. But the other angles, like we said, delivery, humor, uh, the content, language, that is also being tested in all other formats also. So this is one important factor. When you prepare a speech, you have to decide what is the message I'm going to give to the audience to carry home. That is what the judges will be also looking for. This is something keep in mind when you prepare the speech. Now, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, what are the skills developed when we are participating in international speech contest? Go ahead. One by, I want somebody to read it out. Sajjana Tams, can you first go ahead? Okay, somebody read it out. I want everybody to be unmuted, please.
Speak from the heart.
Okay, speak from the heart. What does it mean, speak from the heart?
Originality.
That is, yes.
Originality.
Originality. Okay, there's one part of it. Okay. Anything else?
As you have written your own speech, be with it, be completely into it as if you are telling your own story.
Exactly.
So
That is right. Speak from the heart basically means both of you are correct. We deliver what is coming to our heart. We are not worried about the others, what they think about our speech. What we feel about it is what we are going to express. Now, what we feel about it, we have to express in a very positive way. That is what we learn in this particular contest. Go to the next one, please. Connect with people. So what you want to say, you can connect with people only when you speak from the heart. This is what I tell people. Even if your language is not very good, still when you speak from the heart, it immediately connects with the people. No need to write it out. This PPT will be shared with everybody. VP Education can look into it, okay, and can share the PPT with everyone. Okay, go to the next one, please. Use imagery words. This is a very important factor. Whenever you want to connect with people, for example, I say, let me take you to my school days. My school was in the midst of Bombay in King's Circle, a 3-story yellow painted building. So immediately people can visualize what I'm talking about. So use an imagery word so that people can see what you are telling in front of their eyes. So this is a very important thing you will develop when you're preparing the speech here. Go to the next one, please. Persuasive techniques. As you said, it is not only important to give a message, you'll have to use the technique of how to convince them that you are on the right track and you want them to follow what you want to tell them to do. And this is similar to what a father preaches in the church. You know, the father says, all of you should pray every day in the morning so that you will get all the profit from the God. So something like that. But our style will be something different. But the message has to be very clear what we want to say, but don't do the way a father in the church does. You'll have to deviate from that. Go to the next one, please. Next slide. Influencing by inspiring. There is a marginal difference between the persuasive techniques and influencing by inspiring. When you say persuasive techniques, you give your own examples in such a full force that the other person realizes, yes, this can be done. If Rama can do it, why not we? When you are inspiring the people, you will have to be a little bit more soft in what you are saying and convince them with the stories. So I find a little difference. One is a slightly directive methodology, one is a slightly indirective methodology. Both are interconnected, but so you will have to remember that both are very much closely. वो बोलते हैं ना 19-20 का फर्क है. So that is what we have to remember between the two techniques. Go ahead. Next slide, please. Now we go to the how the judges are going to judge our speech. You have to remember that speech development carries 20% marks. Now, what are the criteria for a good international speech is how we have to focus on the speech development. Go to the next point, please. Structure the speech around a purpose. Now, let us say, for example, what is the purpose you want to say? You have to accept everyone, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, color. That is the purpose you are going to say. So that is, you are going to structure the speech around this purpose. So that is what is very important. So first you decide what is the message you want to carry home, audience to carry home, and then you prepare the speech around that particular purpose. So that is interconnected again. The message and the purpose should be interconnected. Go to the next slide, please. Next point, please. Good opening, body, and conclusion. This is a very important factor in every speech, and here also the judges will look for that. How does your good opening comes, how the opening is connected to your body, and how you end up connecting the whole story in a very positive way. Go to the next one, please. Examples, facts, and figures. This is something which authenticates what you are saying. If it is your own true story, and you are telling about what your mother told you or father told you. I remember in one of the contests, learn to say no was the purpose of the speech. You have to learn, and that was done by a college student. It was at the division level contest. I heard that. And how she managed with her own examples and how her father used to tell her things. And she always used to say, yes, yes, yes. And she come to a point and then she got nerve wrecked. And she said, now I am going to say no. So the whole flow went in such a way that we could realize that what she's telling can happen to all of us. And this is how you have to bring the examples, the facts and figures. Suppose you are going to talk about, let us say, smoking kills. Then you have to give some statistics to say, yes, smoking is killing the people. This also will authenticate what you are saying. Go to the next one, please. Build credibility by personal stories. This is a very important. Everybody knows about Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa and all. But when you talk about your story, then people get attracted to your story much more than giving examples from history or from some other sportsman's examples or any other achievement done by others. So I always request people for international speech contests, give your own personal stories, which is connected to the speech purpose. Go to the next slide, please.
Can we ask question in between, or you want?
Yeah, please. Who is that? You can go ahead. Please ask. It is going to be an interactive session. Yeah.
Okay. I thought at the end of the session. So I have a couple of questions in the in the first slide you have mentioned.
Go to the first slide, please. Go back, Sajana Toms. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Anurag.
So use imagery words.
Yeah.
There was one point.
That was slide before this. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
No problem. Yeah.
Use imagery words, and these points are, I think, related. In this current slide, you said build credibility by personal stories.
Yeah.
Okay, and these 2 or 3 points. One more point I missed out. So these points, basically, my question is, what if I don't have any stories or any personal thing which I can share or I can use in the speech? So can I use fake stories?
I won't advise that. In my opinion, I will not do that.
So then in that case, my question is, the question remains same. What if I don't have any stories and I want to deliver a good speech?
Good point. In your total life so far, you must have had some experience. So your purpose should be something from your personal story.
Okay.
Maybe you have failed somewhere, why you failed, and what you did after failing. You moved up in your life.
Okay.
I will tell you, it needs to be a very good actor to give a fake story. And I have seen contest speeches going flat because they have given fake story. Judges can see through it. Believe me. Your English may not be very good, but if you give a fake story, it will be a tough situation. I will not advise it. In my view, no. So consult with your mentor, your VP education. They can help you in forming a particular speech with your own life experience. And I can tell you, and if an 18-year-old, she was around 20 years old girl can come and deliver such a fantastic speech because of her personal experience. And I was competing against her for information at the area level. She won the first prize. Okay, no, at the division level, she won the first prize. I got the third prize. But why she got the first prize? Because it came from the heart. She is just telling what she experienced with her father. I also said, but the pathos and the effect was not that much. So it will come when you feel more. And age also matters for information. Youngsters can do a better job. I can tell you this. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Any other? Okay, we'll move on. Yeah,
Yep.
effectiveness. Let us go to the effectiveness. Now we will understand here why this effectiveness will connect with what you have asked. Go ahead, sir. Sajjanatan, please put the points. Okay. Audience reception by holding interest, a takeaway, and feel the emotion. These are the 3 points you'll have to remember when you make a story. And you can see that when you tell your own story, the holding interest will be much more than telling a story. For example, if I say in 1930, a short leader was thrown out of a train, and everybody will know immediately that I'm going to talk about Mahatma Gandhi. So the interest has gone down by 50%. You understand the logic? So I will not advise that. I will always suggest that have personal story, your own personal story, that will have a lot of holding interest. And takeaway. You have to have, as I said before, the purpose, the message you want to carry home. This all is linked with takeaway. And this has got a mark. So judges will put marks for that. Remember that. 15% is carrying for effectiveness. Part of the takeaway is part of this effectiveness 15%. Ultimately, when, like I say, when you go for an exam, what we do, we see how the question paper will be. You get it? They will say, okay, objectives will be 25%. Like that. So that is how what we are doing today. We are analyzing the judging sheet, how it is going to be, so that we can make a very good speech. And ultimately, we strive to do our best. Winning is just a consequence. Don't worry about it. I always believe in the maxim that participation and doing our best is our commitment. So we should prepare, as VP Education said, we should prepare. That is the thing. So we should appropriate to the audience topic selections, and it should be relating to the purpose. The topic cannot be something else and your objective cannot be something else. This should be interlinked. And also, it should be appropriate to the audience. I'll tell you something. In one of the humorous speeches in Norway or Sweden, a lady had given a speech, I walked to the office naked. Now, we cannot give a topic like that in the Gulf or in the Society of India and all. There was nothing vulgarity about her speech, and it was a humorous speech. She won the prize also for the first prize in the club level as well as the area level. But the audience is very important because we have to understand the culture of the audience. So I always say, if you're going to give a topic in the Asian environment, you can select some topics, you cannot select some topics. So we have to be very careful. And we all know that religion, sex, and politics is better to avoid. Okay, let us go to the next one, please. speech value is 15% again. Can you give the points, please? All the points? Go ahead, put all the points together so it's easy for people to understand. Okay. Let us start with the beginning. Can somebody read the first one?
Say something meaningful and original.
Correct. So say something meaningful and original. The originality comes when you give your personal story. Okay, this is not mine, huh? This is written in the judging sheet for information. I'm very good in copy paste. Okay, and Dinesh, Toastmaster Dinesh, can you read the second one? Unmute yourself, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Connect with audience by interactions, humor, twists, dramas.
Right. So this is very important. When you ask a question to the audience in between, suddenly they will wake up and they say, okay, oh, this is valuable. What have I done in my life regarding this? Your thought process will move on that. So interaction with the audience helps, but it has to be, again, remember, matching with your topic, how you are delivering, the flow, all these things matter. So don't insert a connect with the audience just for connecting with the audience. Don't do that. So when you write the speech, you have to be very careful on this. That is why preparation of the speech will help you where you want to connect with the audience. Okay, and humor. Again, humor, some topics may not be able to possible to have a humor. It doesn't matter. Humor is not compulsory, but humor always helps. Bring twist. When you are having a story, bring twist. That will be the, what you call, pause before you saying the final sentence. And then the audience will be really appreciating that. And always make it simple, believable. You don't have to have, bombarding words, not necessary. And also it should be credible, so as to contribute their thinking. I say fake raha hai. That we can do only in tall tale contest, not international speech contest. International speech contest, we have to make the audience believe what happened to me was really true. Go ahead. That is another reason why I told you, you cannot create fake stories. You will be caught. Go to the next one, please. You ran away. Go back. Can you go back to the earlier slide, please? Okay. Now, the first 3 slides together is forming your content. How much is the percentage? Can anybody tell me? The first 3 slides together?
50.
50, correct. So remember, 50% of the marks is going for your content. So the content has to be very, very effective. If you get 49, 48 out of 50, you are really going through the top of the people, top of the contestants, right? So a lot of focus has to be done on these 3 slides that I have presented to you. Remember that. Okay, go to the next one. Now we go to the delivery angle of the speech. What is physical? Open up. Please put the points. Okay, good gestures. Go to the next one. Right expressions, correct body positioning. Go ahead. Eye contact. Use the designated area effectively. That is basically in the physical. When you are on an online meeting, we have to be very careful. For example, if you stand and deliver, it has got more impact. But you should know the technique of adjusting this whole laptop or the mobile. If you are using a mobile, it's better to use a laptop or a desktop when you're in the contest. And the connectivity, you'll have to check, double check, because if what you talk has to reach the audience, it takes about a fraction of a second extra. So you have to take care of that. So you have to have a correct body positioning, and then you deliver, adjust the thing. And how do you do the eye contact is very simple. Look at the camera. Don't look at the screen. Many a time we tend to look at the screen and talk. In that process, we are not able to connect with the audience in eye contact for the online contest. So always look at the camera as far as possible. Sometimes you'll have to look at the screen, no doubt about it. But most of the time, try to look at the camera where it is positioned on your laptop or a mobile. I always believe that use a laptop for the contest, especially online meetings. This is a suggestion. Then the facial expression should come properly with the right gestures. Now, when I was in the one of the evaluation contests, I found the target speaker.
Light to band karo.
The target speaker was speaking about some sad effect, and she was giving a smile. So I, as the evaluator, pointed it out, saying that bring the right expressions. You should not smile when you're talking about a serious subject that you're talking. So these are the minute things you can work on. You can practice for yourself, practice in front of your family members, and then they can tell you, no, no, here your facial expression is not good. And gestures, again, I have seen in one of the speeches, it was said that life is like a roller coaster and we go up and down. And when she was saying, she said, we go up and down. When she said up, her hand was low. And when she said down, her hand was up. These are some minute things, but judges will notice that. And they will give slightly negative marks for such things. So we have to be careful. If you are not able to use the right gesture, don't use it, doesn't matter. But use the right gestures. This is very important. Go to the next one, please. Next slide. Voice, vocal modification. Flexible, giving variety, volume to emphasize. Next one. One more point. Yeah. Pauses to catch attention. Clarity to be understood. One of the things in the online meeting we have seen is I was going very fast. I was a target speaker in one of the evaluation contests, and I was told that Ramanathan, you are going very fast, and we couldn't get all the words that you said. So I am now slowing down. Long, long ago. So long ago. Nobody knows how long ago. Long, long ago, so long ago. Nobody knows how long ago. See the difference. So go a bit slow, pause, and then you say. Then the words will be captured by the audience very well. So this is one thing. Second thing is bring characters in your story. What is the advantage? When you bring characters in your story, you can use different voice modulation. My father did not like what I did. He said, Rama, this is the last time I am warning you. But Papa, I did not do any mistake. In my opinion, it was a mistake. You will suffer throughout your life for that. So when you bring characters, you can bring voice modulation, and then that will have an added impact. And your facial expressions will change when you're talking like a father and when you're talking like a son. So that all these things synchronize very well to make the speech very effective. So you will have to practice for it once you write the speech to bring this emphasis on the volume. And then pause. When you're going to say a very important factor, pause. For example, if I'm going to say, I walked on the railroad, dreaming about my girlfriend. There was a noise. I could hear the train coming. I started running towards the platform because she is going to get down from the train. And as I was standing on the platform, I saw the train coming very fast. Then it went by. It did not stop. Oh my God. Why it did not stop? I ran to the railway station master and asked him, why this train did not stop? I am waiting for my girlfriend, sir. Which train? The train coming from Bangalore. Oh, no, no. This is a train coming from Bangalore and it doesn't stop here. You must have heard wrongly. Oh. So you see the way the whole presentation has went. It is a story. And how the excitement comes and suddenly you find that the train has gone and you are caught and you don't know what to do. So these sort of voice modulation you will try to bring in your stories. Any questions so far?
No.
Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go to the next one, please. Okay. When you tell a story, the audience should be eager to listen what is going to happen next, how it is going to move forward. And this is very important. So you have to evoke interest in the audience, and when you are energetic and enthusiastic, automatically the interest will start come. If I come and say, I was walking on the platform and I was waiting for the train to come, and I went to the platform. Suddenly the train came, it went off, it did not stop there. You can realize there is no energy, no enthusiasm. Audience also will go to sleep. So we have to be careful, bring the energy and enthusiasm in what we are saying, and then evoke interest in the audience. Okay, go to the, so we have got 30% marks for the delivery. So 50% for content, 30% for delivery. We go to the next slide, please. Sajratans? Yeah. Language. Language carries 20%. Go ahead. Appropriate words to be used to the sequences or the stories that we are going to present. And when you use vivid imagery, automatically the language will be creating the thought process for the audience, and they can visualize what is happening in front of them. And words are apt to the speech, good grammar, proper pronunciation, all this carries about 10%. See, I am coming from a vernacular medium, and many a time my pronunciation is a problem. So what I do is I select such words where I am able to pronounce correctly. I still remember, I have used this in many examples. I used to say, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, honorable judges. No, honorable is not the right pronunciation. S should be silent, it should be honorable. But I have been taught like that from first standard. So my wife is an English teacher. She was in the audience. She told me, how many times I tell you to improve upon it? So I thought about it, what can I do? So the next time I went on the stage, I said, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and I saw my wife leaning forward to listen what I'm going to say next. Then I said, respected judges. English has got lot of words. Use the synonyms where you can use the pronunciation correctly. No need to use, as if everybody is using honorable, so I also wanted to use. So no need for that. You use the words you are comfortable with, you are convenient, it is good for you, you are able to pronounce properly. These are small things, but it helps us in giving a very good speech. So we'll go to the next one, please. Get ready. All of you are ready? When you come on stage, you have to have a positive mental state. That is the top priority. You'll have to say, yes, I am going to give my best. Forget about what others have said. Take a deep breath. This is what I always do when I come on stage. Then smile. When you smile, it immediately attracts a connectivity with the audience. And always remember the timings. It is 5 to 7 minutes. So you take 5 to 15 seconds for getting ready, and then you start on the topic. Go to the timing slide, please. Next one. Remember, green at the end of 5 minutes, yellow at the end of 6 minutes, and red at the end of 7 minutes. Grace period is 30 seconds. My thumb rule is everybody has got a different speed of narration. I am a bit fast, somebody may be a bit slow. 100 words per minute is the normal you can select. So if you have 700 words in your speech when you write, or maybe 720 words, you will be sure that you will deliver the speech in 6 to 7 minutes. And if you've got some props to use to add value to your speech, online meetings, it is a bit tough. So you'll have to give about 10 seconds for that also. So we are planning to use a prop, give 10 seconds for using the props. And when you practice, you will realize. So when at home you are practicing, remember your speech should end in 6 minutes, 45 seconds. This is the thumb rule you have to follow when you are going for an online meeting. So when you are practicing and you are finishing at 6 minutes, 45 seconds, you go online and participate in the contest, you will finish in 6 minutes, 40 seconds, 45 seconds, 50 seconds. Even if you take 30 seconds extra, by 7 minutes, 20 seconds, you are out. Good. You are within the time, no need to worry. It is really very painful when somebody loses a contest because of the time. And it happened to one of my friends at the district level. He lost a contest by 2 seconds. You can imagine the plight. He said, "Oh God, Ramanathan sir, I should have listened to you." I told him also, what is the technique? When you come to the conclusion, you have two conclusions ready with you. This is a trick of the trade. You can stop the speech here if you see the red light, or if you don't see the red light, you can go for another 2 lines more. So this is a trick in the topics when you write. This is for people who really want to write. You finish in 6 minutes, 40 seconds, it doesn't matter. You've done a good job. That is all. If you have all the ingredients that we have discussed so far, your speech will be fantastic. Don't worry about it. Now we go to the next slide. Think of a topic. The topic can be entertaining, informative, inspirational, or persuasive, or a combo of these things. So I will request the Sergeant Arms to put the speech of Mohammad Khatani, please. We will see that slide for, that speech for 2 minutes. Can you
stop this screen sharing for now?
Pardon?
I'm stopping this slide.
You have to stop and show the video.
Okay, just.
This slide will be stopped. Okay, sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I am coming from the old era of paper. We used to have all paper. So technology, I'm still learning. I'm very enthusiastic about it because it is like a small child getting a new toy. So all the members in my club laugh at me, but it doesn't matter because we are in a learning process. Remember that. Go ahead, Rajkaran. Mohammad Khatani's speech is there. Link is there with you, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Please welcome.
Please let me know. Is it visible?
Yeah, visible.
Okay.
Yes.
Our next contestant, Mohammad Khatani, The Power of Words. The Power of Words, Mohammad Khatani.
What? All you all think smoking kills? Let me tell you something. Do you know that the amount of people dying from diabetes are 3 times as many people dying from smoking? Yet if I pulled a Snicker bar, nobody would say anything. Do you know that the leading cause of lung cancer is not actually a cigarette? It's your DNA. You could smoke for years and nothing will ever happen to you. This whole war against smoking is just to restrict the farming of tobacco. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I use these arguments, even though I just made them up, with a group of my friends. And the results, 5 of them believed what I said. 2 of them started smoking. Words, when said and articulated in the right way, can change someone's mind. They can alter someone's belief. You have the power to bring someone from the slums of life and make a successful person out of them. Or destroy someone's happiness using only your words. Does that seem a bit too good to be true? A simple choice of word can make a difference between someone accepting or denying your message. You can have a very beautiful thing to say, but say it in the wrong words and phew, it's gone. I have a son who's 4, and he had this bad habit of writing on the walls with crayons. And one evening I walked into his room and he's going at it, just writing and drawing and so on. And I said, hey. Are you stupid? Don't you ever do that again. And guess what happened? He did it again. Nobody likes to be threatened. Nobody likes to be intimidated. His pride would not allow it. He did it again just to spite me. A week later, I walked into his room and again, he's going at it. And this time, he was even looking at me just. I came down and I said, sweetie, come here. Don't do that. You're a big boy now. And he never did it again. Because his pride wants him to be the big boy.
Can you stop that?
Have you ever wondered why nobody...
Yeah. Let us now remove the video and we'll go for a question and answer session right now. Interaction session, not a question and answer session. Interaction session. Okay. I'll ask Chetan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, sir. I'm there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What did you find so special in this speech?
I think this.
You have to say only one thing, huh? Don't say 5 things. Only one thing. What is so special about the speech?
I think the speech had a structure and the right pause.
Okay, good. Good point. You had a right pause. A very important factor. A good structure. Very valuable. Okay, let us go to Dr. Manjit. Are you there?
Yes.
You watched the video?
Yes. Very exceptional delivery.
Successful, powerful delivery.
Exceptional delivery.
Exceptional delivery. Okay,
The
good.
pauses and building up the suspense, and that's what he did.
Right. Let us go to Anish. Anish, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, Anish. What is your opinion?
I really found it really interesting as his confidence. I mean, he used the stage to completely,
Okay.
and his confidence. I'll say that how he throwed his words. That was really eye-catchy. Yeah.
The power of words. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Now, let us understand. Anybody else can say, I leave it to the audience, one of them to say one critical factor in this speech, a very important factor which really propelled him the world champion. Yes, Sudha?
Is it his opening was a very good opening, because he started off with a provocative act, and I think that kept the audience guessing as to what is he trying to do. So that is a good connect with the audience, I thought.
Absolutely right. I'll tell you, when you go to the end of the speech, we'll see the ending also. He started with the prop. This is one of the methods used by many champions. Use a prop very apt to what is your subject. You can also try it. It's a very, immediately it attracts the attention of the audience when you use a prop. And also his facial expressions matched with what he was going to say. Yes. Like he looked at the audience and said, what? And the audience immediately responded. He never went beyond that. And if you see, he went at a slow pace, not at a rush of words, but used the apt words in the speech. So bring the effect that he wanted to convey to the audience. So I'll tell you, Muhammad Katani was a person who was stammering, because he's from Saudi Arabia. I know about him. I met him in Hyderabad and had a personal talk with him also. And I can tell you that he was a young person when he joined Toastmasters, and he really struggled and made lot of efforts to come to what he was today, what he is today. And that is what matters. I tell people, you have to take efforts if you want to change yourself. People are wondering, how can this guy even speak on stage? This is a classic example. That is why I wanted this particular thing to be shown to all of you. So don't feel if people say, "Arey yaar, tu acha baat hi nahi karta, tera English itna kharab hai." Don't worry about it. His English was horrible once upon a time. Because they are all Saudis. You know, Saudis, they don't understand English. We have dealt with them. We have trained them as Toastmasters. So we know. But what is the beauty in them is they will put in hard work once they decide, yes, I am going to do it. And that is the key to success. So when you are going to be a contestant, you have to put in the hard work. Win, lose is something different. Don't worry. But you have to be happy. Yes, I did my best. And then you will find, okay, I can here, I should have improved. Here, I can do this. And have 2-3 people in your club analyze your speech and later get a feedback so that you go on improving. That is ultimately what is our objective in Toastmasters is improving ourselves. Right. Now, can you go to the ending of the same speech, Rajkaran? The last 45 seconds?
Yeah, this is.
To bring him back to life. Clear! Clear!
Is it the one?
Yeah, go ahead. Correct. Okay. Go ahead.
Clear! It's clear that a single word could have saved this life. Words have power. Words are power. Words could be your power. You can change a life, inspire a nation, and make this world a beautiful place. Isn't that what we all wanted? Isn't that why we are all in this hall? Your mouth can spit venom, or it can mend a broken soul. Ladies and gentlemen, let that be our goal. Counter, sir.
Oh, you see the, you can stop it. See, you see the conclusion of his speech. What do you find from that? I would like 2 people to speak. Who is essay?
Exactly.
Sunil.
Hi, Sunil. How are you? Okay. Go ahead, Sunil. What do you say about the conclusion?
It was a chain smoking, and we wish he had not finished.
Yeah, but the words he used in the end, how did he conclude his speech for the international speech? That's what I'm trying to say. With respect to the conclusion of
You left a lot of smoke hanging in the air. You wanted to grasp it more. I thought he left it wishing he had something more to say. That's what I felt.
Oh, okay, good. Actually, he crumbled that cigarette to say that the power of words. In the initial stages, he said that his words changed some people to start smoking again. But then he said that is the power of words. Though smoking is not good for health, and he crushed it, implying by his action what he said before had an effect of words. And he concluded to the message to carry home. And that is the beauty of it. I always say, we all know now, we all want a wonderful place to live in. Is that not what we want? So he connected with the audience also. And he said that, yes, that is what we all want. And for that, use your words properly. Don't use it as a venom to spoil somebody's life. That was the beauty of the speech. Anyway, so that is it. Now we go to the slides, please.
Just a second. Is it visible?
Okay, now entertaining, informative, inspirational, persuasive. What is the methodology Mohammad Katani used? The topic was what? Please answer. Yes,
Mix of all, I guess.
Inspirational.
Inspirational. Okay, good. Who said mix of all?
I said Anurag.
Anurag. Okay. What is the information? What is the information in that, Anurag, in his speech?
The power of words.
Okay, fine, good. Yes, Nivedita, you're telling me something?
I was still contemplating whether it's a persuasive, but means somewhere I feel it is persuasive as well. So I wanted your views on that.
Yeah, it is a combo. Actually, it was inspirational, persuasive, and informative, and to some extent entertaining. Now we will go to another speech, which will be in a different plateau, completely contra to what we saw today. Can we go to the other speech, Aaron?
Yeah.
We have time, no? What is the time? How many minutes to go?
Actually, we have time till 6:45.
Oh, okay, fine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Go ahead. How many of you have seen this 2019 World Champion speech on video? Chetan has seen. Okay, that is all. Okay, it's a fantastic speech. When you go through that, you will realize that it is about the Indian society, and it was really a new input for the American audience and the world audience. Go ahead.
Yeah, just a second.
An unbelievable story. An unbelievable story, Aaron Beverly.
Can you increase the volume a bit more? President Arms?
Yeah, just a second. Just a second.
Rajkaran, you can increase the volume from there. Just the volume left.
No, it's full.
Okay.
That is maximum. Okay, go ahead.
The contest chair was relieved. My title is only 3 words long. But friends, why is this story unbelievable? June 2018, I fly to India to attend the wedding of my friend Brandon and his fiancée, Devika. Brandon and family are white, Devika and family are Indian, and I am the only black man there. I can't help but feel different. But I try my best to blend in. I buy formal Indian wedding attire. What do you think? I even participate in a sacred Indian wedding ritual, protecting the groom's shoes. During the car ride to the wedding, my friend Sunit explains this ritual. When Brandon takes off his shoes during the ceremony, Devika's bridesmaids will try to steal them. The groomsmen protect the shoes from the bridesmaids. If they win, they hold the shoes ransom, forcing Brandon to buy them back. It's a game, Sunit says. I think it sounds like a spy movie. Sunit says, Aaron, the bridesmaids will try sweet talk, they will try deception, but don't give the shoes to anybody. Will you accept this mission? Quick fact about me. When I am given a mission, I take it very seriously. I look at Sunit and I say, I accept the mission. At the wedding ceremony, Brandon takes off his shoes. I swoop in, grab the shoes, sit down in the front row. Smooth, stealthy. I feel like a black James Bond. The leader of the bridesmaids walks over. She smiles at me. But gentlemen, have you ever seen a girlfriend or wife smile, yet at the same time, you just felt scared? I call her the ominous smiler. She says, Aaron, you look very handsome today. I say, thank you. Could you pass me Brandon's shoes? No. Sunit said the bridesmaids will try sweet talk. Don't give the shoes to anybody. But Aaron, she says, That's against Indian tradition. When I hear that, the global ambassador within me gets nervous. I don't want to cause an international incident over a pair of shoes. I can see the headlines. Idiot ruins wedding and India-US relations. I almost hand over the shoes, but remember Sunit. They will try deception. Don't give the shoes to anybody. I say no again. Then the ominous smiler, she moves closer. She says, and I quote, "We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. But you will give us the shoes." I am now scared for my life at this wedding. However, I must protect the shoes because when I have a mission, I take it very seriously. So I curl over in my seat, I press the shoes against my chest, and this is how I watch the wedding for the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
The ominous smiler tries to steal.
Now let us discuss. Please unmute yourself. Let us see what are the points we are shown in the slides and what are the points he has brought into the speech. Yes, Chetan, we'll begin with you.
He has humor in his speech.
Yeah.
He has, I think, he's dressed according to the speech so people can connect it even better. And he's using his hand gesture very properly all the time. So not only is using the stage, but he's also connecting with the people. What do you think about matter? So connecting immediately. So he's using all the, checking all the tick box that you have for a speech to be a good speech. I think it was a wonderful speech. I saw it multiple times.
Thank you. Vasudeva, you have got something to say?
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so compared to the previous speech, this one, the speaker, Mr. Aaron, he chose one specific way to go and he chose to be very theatrical and very entertaining. So, and he kept to that spirit. He, at least so far, he has consistently maintained that nature of his speech.
Very good. See, he is doing an, who is that? Somebody is want to say something? Manjit, Dr. Manjit, or somebody was opening up. Hello. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you are saying
What I
something?
would like to say is that his message, am I clearly audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
His message was very good. The message that he wanted to convey. And of course,
What was the message?
the humor that he used.
Sorry, what was the message you got from his speech so
The
far?
The message of all of us being different and still, being included, inclusiveness. So being accepted with all our differences.
See, there was a subtle message in that when you have got something like a goal to achieve, you stick to that. You are going to be serious about achieving that goal. That is the message he gave it in a very persuasive manner. He did not explicitly say, but he gave it in a persuasive manner. I have the shoes and I have to protect it. So that is the message. And also you were right that, he brought that he is a different person, but he has been accepted there. Yes, somebody else was saying something. Yes.
Yeah, but I felt it was purely entertaining.
Absolutely. It was a purely entertaining so far. And then it was giving you subtle messages in a persuasive manner, but it was more of entertainment. And that is one thing. And he himself was a prop with the dress of the Indian wedding.
Yes.
Actually, this has been taken from a movie called Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. That is the theme has been taken from that movie. But he has presented it in such a nice way. Now, so far we have got all the things. Anybody wants anything else to say?
But this actually happened to him actually.
Yeah, it is a personal experience. Absolutely right.
Yes.
That is why he could speak from the heart. Somebody was asking, Anurag was asking that,
Yeah, I was about to ask same question. Did he really attend that wedding?
Yes, he really attended. And I'll tell you something, why this speech clicked. Many people felt why he got the first prize. At that time in US, there was a lot of black and white problems. There was a gunshot and there was some black people were killed or something like that happened. So, the connectivity with the audience came very fast because it was very up to the mark, recent incident in America, and the story connected with that. That was the beauty of it. Okay, now let us go back to the speech, the last 1 minute. It was an entertaining speech, basically, a different from the other person, which was a combo of the other three, very less entertaining. Okay.
He puts
Last
down
1
his
minute.
camera. Then he starts charging. He jumps on top of me. 9 versus 1. They pull, I pull, but I lost the shoes. Brandon paid 10 times what those shoes were worth. But what makes this story unbelievable is not the shoes, nor the events. It is the context behind that game. That game is designed for the families of the bride and groom to get to know each other, which means that among white and Indian families, a different, lonely black man was accepted like family too. We experience so much divisiveness nowadays that acceptance despite difference seems unbelievable. But there are people who still believe in it. Do you? Open your culture, your mind, your heart to people who are different from you. Show the world that acceptance, despite difference, is not an unbelievable story. This is your mission. Take it very seriously. Contest chair.
See from, okay, you can stop it. Thank you. Now you will see from an entertainment, he went to an inspirational methodology. Okay, the other person was more persuasive. So there is a slight, difference between the two, but you can have a combo, nothing about it. So how you make your story and how you move with the flow, your vivid imagery, bringing the props. This person did not bring any prop except himself is a prop with that attire. Other person brought the cigarette and the lighter and all. That is the prop he effectively used. Bringing props is definitely helps. So think about it when you prepare the speech. Go to the slide, please. So entertaining, informative, inspirational, persuasive, decide what is convenient for you, how your story can move about. You can make a combo of it and write your speech. Go to the next slide, please. So think of a structure. This is very important. Past, present, future is one of them. First, second, and third. First point, second point, third point. Mohammed Katani was telling about that. First, what he did, then what he said, what was the example he gave. We are going to talk about some social causes subject, then you will have to have a cause and effect ideas. And then you have ABC methodology, which you can also use. For example, the person who was telling about no to her father, she had a A story, B story, C story, and she made an interlink with them. Okay. So think of a structure and work on the structure. Think of the purpose. Structure and purpose should synchronize. Go ahead. Next. How to begin. You have seen how to begin a statement, introduction to a story. Introduction to a story was what Aaron said. He started a story and question to the audience. That is what Mohammed Katani did. You can have a joke or a quote to start, but generally, I will not advise that in an international speech contest unless you are going to speak a humorously international speech contest. Use a prop. Again, Mohammed Katani used that. Go ahead. Next. Contents in the speech. What are the contents required? Personal example, top priority. Historical examples, if you can connect with it. Stories, yes. 100% you should have stories. Jokes, yes, you can have it. Quotes, I will not very much do that unless you have to fill in the gaps. Or it is very apt for the speech. For example, you are going to speak on never give up. And you are talking about obstacles and you say, we face obstacles in our life. At that time, you want to bring a quote, you can say, obstacles are those frightful things we see when we take our eyes from off the goal. And this was a quote of Henry Ford. So what I suggest is, yes, you can bring a quote if it is apt with your speech. Otherwise, avoid quotes. Toastmaster experience, that is a personal experience. Somebody was asking, how can I bring a personal experience? Why? You bring a Toastmaster experience. Nothing wrong about it. How the Toastmaster journey made you what you are today. It can be brought out very nicely. Go to the next one, please. How to conclude? Move to the conclusion. Reassert the point of view. And that is exactly what Aaron did it in his speech, saying that yes, we are divisive, but we have to be together. Summarize. Summarize is something when you are having A, B, C points to be given, especially when you are talking about social causes or something like that for an inspirational speech, then you can do that. How we are all spoiling the environment by using plastics, just a topic. Leave the audience with a question. That is another thing which in the end, Katani was he's just crushed it and left the audience to guess, is smoking really harmful or harmless? Then a quote or a single liner, you can use it and close the loop. And this is very important. See, unbelievable story, he brought into a believable story with his personal experience, and he closed the loop saying that, yes, if I have experienced it, you people can experience from my speech. Go to the next slide, please. This is thanks to Toastmaster DTM Brilliant. Is his idea. He says, Rama, these four things are the primary requirements of an international speech. Opening, a good body, a good closing, and stories. You have to bring stories to attract the audience, keep the audience engaged, and deliver it powerfully. And I'm sure each one of you will feel very happy. Yes, I have done my best. So go to the next slide, please. For any questions, you can just contact me. I'll be ready to help you out. No issue. I always say the 4 P's. First is the plan. Plan what you want to do. Then you prepare. Then you practice. And then you present. So follow these 4 P's. And I'm sure you'll be happy you've done a very good job to your speech. Next slide, please. Go ahead. Thank you and good luck. I have put the clap purposely because that will wake up the audience and everybody will start clapping. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Wonderfully done. So if any questions and answers section need to be, because it is an interactive, I think most of the questions I would have answered. Still, if you have some question, we have got 3 minutes. I'll take just one last question.
Absolutely fantastic, Ramanathan, and we have time. So if you have time, we can extend the Q&A if required for another 5 minutes.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Any questions, please go ahead, unmute yourself and ask. I'll try to do my best.
The four P's you mentioned, sir.
Pardon?
Last.
Can I ask a question?
4 P's. Plan. Prepare. Practice. Present.
Anurag, that PPT will be shared.
No, in the PPT it is not mentioned. That 4 P's are not mentioned. Sorry for that.
That was the crux which he kept for himself.
Not himself. It just came. This is for any speech. It is not only for example, even for table topics, I say this. I say that you have to plan your table topic speeches. See the videos of table topics. Then you will realize, oh, and have preparation ready. Keep your, I think, how many of you attended Subbu sir's, that particular this thing? Plan, somebody has put it on the chat. Very good. Plan, prepare, practice, present. Thank you, Chaitya. Very good. So this is the thing. It is for any speech, even for your prepared speeches as per objectives for your pathways. These 4 will help you. And this is a fundamental thing in your professional organization. If you go to an organization working also, you have got some schedule, you have to achieve a goal, you have to finish a shutdown in a maintenance plant or something. You have to do these 4 things. Okay, go ahead, sir. Any other question? Yeah. Unmute yourself, please.
Lata or somebody was asking a question.
Right, please go ahead.
Sir, I just want to know on what basis they will calculate the international speeches.
Pardon, come again? I didn't understand your
I
question.
wanted to know on what basis they will calculate the marks for the international speeches. Like,
So this is the slides I have given, no? You can go back and see, share it. You will see that how much is given for content, how much for delivery, and how much for language. It is 50 marks for content, 30 marks for delivery, and 20 marks for language. And even there, it is all sub-split. So you can go and see 20 marks for this, 15 marks for this, and all that. And really, I'll tell you, judges will mark you. Like that is how the level of judging goes. Okay, somebody is using the action wrongly. For example, I'll tell you what I do. For example, there is a 10 marks for actions. Okay. So what I do, I give the contestant 5 marks opening by default. And then when he or she is showing an action wonderfully well, he gets +1 or +2. And he or she does an action which is wrong, not synchronizing with the words, he or she will get -1, -2.
okay,
For each contestant, I do that.
okay,
And every area in the content, if something it is very effective content, I will put +5, +3 like that. So this is how it becomes more objective type of valuation than subjective type. But some people are very smart. They can hear the whole speech and then give the marks. That is also one method. But then recalling from memory may be a bit tough. Just idea.
thanks.
Any other question? Okay, fine. We are at the last leg. I want to tell you a last one. 100 people will give 100 ideas. Sabka suno, man ka karo. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ramanathan, for a wonderful guidance to all of us, and I'm sure it will help not only the contestant but all of us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And I will, yes, please.
No, continue.
No, I want to leave because there is a 7 o'clock meeting at Godbandar.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
So request.
Go ahead.
Thank
with
you.
Moment.
Yes.